Then after introduction to Excel, we have also a middle level, which will be dealing with the financial applications. So all these kinds of levels, when you combine them together, they'll give you the background knowledge of advanced Excel. For introduction to Excel under advanced level, you are going to look at different types of formulas which are applicable in different types of what? Financial records. If you are dealing with financial records, you are going to look at those types of formulas so that you can be able to understand. So when you look at Excel, I think you know the process of opening Excel. You just need to click Start button, then you can click on Excel, or you click here, then you type Excel like that. So you see the Excel's icon will pop up on the screen here. So once it pop up on the screen, you just click on it. So it will be able to open like this. So you can choose a blank space, which is used to show something like this. So in this case, we have our first features here, which we need to be able to understand also the introduction overview. Like the first feature here is the title bar, which holds the title of the program. Then we have menu bars. It holds the menus that you need to work with. Then we have toolbars. It contains tools that are required for formatting of our work. Then this is a formula address bar, which you write your formulas. So after that, we are going also to look at this. This is what you call a spreadsheet here. So this is what you call a spreadsheet. Spreadsheet mostly is made up of columns and rows. So in this case, where a column and a row intersect, they form what you call a cell. Then when you put several cells together like this, they form what you call a range. Then from range, we have worksheet. Then we have now our workbook. Then we have a spreadsheet in this case. So once you are here, we have also other sheets here, which is used to show the kind of like pages that you are working on currently. So when you see it's like this, it means this is the current sheet that you are working on. We have also plus here, which you can easily add a sheet here, like you have sheet 1 and sheet 2 like this. So in this case, you can add as many sheets as you want, so that you come up with the different types of the data in this particular given case here. So in this case, I'm going to give you an introduction to how you use financial application using the advanced what? Formulas. So the first formula that you are going to look at them, I'll be going to list them so that you can be able to understand. So all these formulas, when you look at them, they play a very important role in most of the cases. So we have some kinds of data that I'll be able to key here. Like you take an example, maybe we have the names of people. Let us say we have types of vehicle first, and types of vehicle. So these types of vehicle here, we have we can easily click here, then we can double click to auto-fit the columns. Then from there now we have day 1%. We can say day 1% in this case. Day 1% in this case. So you can still copy paste this one. You put it into different cells here. You just double click. You can put it here, day 2. You say day 2%. Then we have day 3. In this case, you can put it to be day 3. Then we have this one here. Maybe they are coming for 1 week. Assume this is a parking area where you want to record the number of vehicles that were present in each day. So we can say day 4. In this case, we have day 5. So the parking is up to on Friday, like this. So once they're done, in case you want to wrap this text here, instead of adjusting very huge columns like this, you just need to highlight it here. Then you go and wrap text. In this case here. Remember, we have some tools like the one that are found under home. We have also inside, we have draw, we have it here. So all those tools, they play their own role. But now here I want to wrap my text. If I want to wrap my text, this kind of text now I'll be able to do click wrap text. So I'll just click wrap text. So once I click wrap text, I can squeeze them in that particular given case like this. So once I squeeze them, they'll be able to fit into that column in this case. And just fit them like this. like this. So you can still adjust it here to look like this. Like this. Daisy, percent. So from this now, I will be able to come up with the types of vehicles that I want to use. So I'll be able to have something like what? Maybe, maybe we have Roxy. We have maybe Mazda. We have also maybe like Noah. So these are the types of vehicles that I'll be able to use for my data. So I come, if I want to duplicate these kinds of values here, I'll be able to do it, to click, to highlight it like this. Then I can point to this out of it handle. So this out of it handle mostly is to duplicate the formula, the values, not the formulas only. It is to duplicate the values. Like for example, I can drag it up to number 23, like that. The same case, if I want to use it for this one, I can just type here, like, for example, the first vehicle is A1, 1250. Then second, for Mazda, it was made what? 1370, like that. Then we have for this one, we can say maybe it was 15,000, day 2. Then we have also for day 3, it was maybe 67, not 67. We can have maybe 1700, like this. So I want to autofill it, all these. I just highlight like this. Then I go like this down. After going down, I'll come and make it to this side like this. So that's how I'll be able to fill all those in that particular case. So I want now to come up with the types of formulas that we'll be going to look at it for today. The types of formulas that we'll be looking at it for today, I can just type here. Let me just insert one of the column here. Then I can type here types of vehicles and types of formulas. I think if you had started at the advanced level, you can be able to recall this. But if you have not started, it is good for me to start from this introduction to advanced Excel formulas so that you can be able to understand and be able to interact with them. So in this case, I'll come and type here. For example, we have the sum. We have the first one as sum if. We have also the if sum. We have if sum. Then we have average if. Average. We have average if in this case. Then we have things like count. We have counter. We have also the count if we have also count plan. Count blank. After counting blank, now we have also something also called rank. You can also rank values. And then drop down, you can also generate a drop down like this. Then after drop down, we are going to look at also the use of VLOOKUP. We have also HLOOKUP. Lookup like this. We are also going to look at this. HLOOKUP. Now we have also another formula like it, or we have and. We have if or, we have if and, then we have the other one which is you can look at also another formula which can be if. Then we have, after if, we have what you call nested if, like that. Then we have today, we have now, maybe month, then we have now in this case. So we have also another one for round up, round up. round up, then round down. We have round down. Then we are going to look at also ups like that. So these are some of the formulas that I want us to go through so that you can be able to understand. So if I told you are not getting me, you can just pop up a message here so that I can be able to check on it. Because on your side, I'm not getting a sound, so you should be able to send a message in case you are not getting me where you are, you will be able to send that particular given message so that I can read and understand. So in this case, these are some of the values that you are going to look at it when we start our first class for advanced Excel in this case here. So these formulas, they play a very important role when we look at them in this particular given case. So I can add some small column here like names. Names here, before I can start the formulas, we have things like Daniel, Daniel. We have also Mike. We have John. We have maybe Ben. We have also also Isaac. We have Joel. We have Nick. We have also like Fred. We have Kevin. We have Titus. We have also like Job. We have also like Melvin. We have also like right. Right. We have also like so these are just names that I'm trying to come up with so that we can use in our data here. So we have so these names are like this. I have to modify this data to look at it correctly. I was trying to reply your message. So let me also start here. So when you want to do so, in most of the cases here, you come and do what? Copy these values in. For example, you can come and modify. You can write here like type of vehicle. In this case, for example, we have number day one vehicle, day one. So even instead of typing, you can just type equal to here, equal to, then you click, you come and click what? In this case, you come and click here, day one. If you want to do what? To present. If you want to start with the name, you just click, then you press enter. So the name will be generated here. For this one also, for day two, you can just write equal to sign, then you click the cell reference that you want. So that's how you can borrow names from one cell to another. You just type equal to sign, then you click where the name that you want to drop it in the new cell. After typing equal to, you click where you want to drop the name of the cell. Then the name, after pressing enter, you'll see the name will duplicate itself. So in this case, we have type of vehicle and then day one present. So if I want to see the total number of vehicles for day one that were present, I can easily use sum if in our case. In our case here, I will be able to use sum if so that you can be able to see. So my sum if here, it will be equal to, I'll just come and type equal to sum if in this case. On this drop-down list, you are going to see different types of formulas. So just double click on it. After double clicking on it, now you need to highlight the types of vehicles first, which are here in our third column. Types of vehicles are on our third column. Then after that, I'll press a comma. Comma is to separate the range. Then after that, I'll come and click where I will be using as a cell reference. So my cell reference here, it will be under this type of vehicle. So I'll just click there. Then I'll come and put a comma. After that, I'll come and highlight day one present here, like this. After highlighting day one present, now I will close the bracket like that. So if I close the bracket means end of the ranges. Now, when I press enter here, the value will be 0 because I have not specified the type of vehicle under this reference value here. So if at all I want to specify the type of vehicle, for example, Voxy, I will see the Voxy total will be displayed here. So you just click, press enter. So once you press enter, it will be seen. Also, if you want to see the total for Noah, I can just type Noah like that. If I type Noah, the total for Noah will be seen. So that's how you can drag the subtotals of each vehicle. So instead of writing it manually downwards, maybe how many boxes are there, how many Mazda are there, you just use a formula like equal to sum if into bracket C3. C3 is the column for type of vehicle here. C3 is the column for type of vehicle. Then after putting the ranges of vehicles, you put a comma. So this comma is used to separate the first range. Now the M6 is here, which is Noah. Noah is our cell reference that we are using to track our values here. So this cell reference, they are used to track values. Then you put a comma. Now you come and highlight the one. Then the one number of vehicles that were present. So once they're done, now you will just hit enter. We'll be able to see the values will be displayed. So in this case, it can be used to track the subtotals of each vehicle category. Then we have something called sum if here. Sum if is used to compute or to give a logic test on the kind of vehicle that were present. So for example, if I want to use the sum if, I'll come and highlight this like this. I need to find sum first. Let me just type here. I need to find their total. So this total, how to find the total? Now you just highlight this. Then you go and click formulas here. Under formula, you can select auto sum here. So this auto sum, you come and click sum. So we have so many functions that you can easily use, like average, count, max, and so on. But as we want, sum. So I'll click sum. Then I'll click insert. Don't drag while it is still highlighted like this, because it will duplicate the values. So you click the answer, then you drag it down here like this. So that's how you'll be able to find the sum. Now, based on this sum, maybe I want to have something like if the total number of vehicles from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5 were not exiting or were more than 7,000, then I can say there was good attendance. But if the vehicles are less than 7,000, I can say there was poor attendance here. So what I'll do, I'll come up with a formula for if sum here. So if I come and type here equal to if into bracket, like that, into bracket like this, then I'll type sum. If I type sum, I also open the bracket because I want to find sum for these values here. This from day 1 to day 5 here. I want to find sum from day 1 to day 5. Then from there now, after finding sum, if this sum will be more than maybe 7,000, let us say 7,000. If this sum will be more than 7,000, then I'll just put a comma, then I open the speech mark. So because of if is used to test the logic of the kind of expression that you are trying to write. So because of if, I'll now come and customize my statements or my comments here. So sometimes I can say true or sometimes I can say false. But if we have specific comment that you want to use, now you say there was good attendance. There was good attendance like this. So after typing good attendance, you open the speech mark. Then you put a comma. You open the speech mark again. You give the second alternative or comment. There was poor attendance. There was poor attendance like this. So after that, you put a speech mark. So once you put a speech mark, remember the first bracket, it was closed here. Now we want to close the first bracket here, which is under equal to if, now into bracket. So I'll come and close it here like this. So once I close, now this is the function, how it would be looking like, like that. So you just bracket here. But now, you see the range here, it's very small. Let me say maybe if there are more than 30, if the sum of these are more than that, because if we say greater than 7, everything will be good attendance. So I'll come and put here 30, because I'm saying we have different values here, which can range up to the 30. So I'll come and press enter. So this will be poor attendance here. Then you can easily drag it like this. Dragging, you just press it slowly. You don't need to struggle. So we have difference between dragging and duplicating in this case. So here we want to duplicate the formulas to the other fields. So you just hold, then you drag it. And remember, before you drag, you need to ensure this sign here. When you point to this dot, it gives you a plus. When you point to this dot, it gives you a plus. So once you see a plus, now you hold the left button of the mouse without removing the finger, then you drag it down like this. And that's how you should be able to drag the values. So from then now, we have something also called average if. The average if, it works like sum if in most of the cases. But sum if is used to find the subtotals. But average if is used to find the average of different categories of the vehicles here. So that's why when I come here, I want to use the average if here. So I can just click here, then I come and type equal to average if, So you just click here, you double click, average if. Now you highlight vehicle types. Then outside you put a comma. Then you come and click the cell reference here. After clicking the cell reference in comma, then you come and highlight the 1%. So once you highlight the 1%, now you can easily close this bracket here. We can easily close the bracket in our case here. So you just hit enter. So it is showing div error, because this div error, the value you are dividing, it's null. The value you are dividing, it is a null. So I'll come and type here my value here, for example, Mazda in this case. If I type Mazda, I can also use the standard that I used, which was uppercase. Hit enter. You'll be able to see the average for Mazda in our example here, the average for Mazda. So in most of the cases, when you want to find the average of the vehicles, you use average if. When you want to find the average of the vehicles for each subcategory group, you use average if. So in this case, after finishing this, I'll send to you this data so that you can also be able to review. But starting from the next class, you'll be the one presenting to me. I'll just be giving you the guideline on how you can be able to key in the formulas. But since it's the first time, I need to introduce you to how you can navigate within the formula within the spreadsheet using some kind of formulas. But after this class will be the one presenting to me. But if you feel maybe insecure to where you are, I'll be just presenting the way you want. But in most of the cases, once we finish, I'll be able to share to you the data, then also with the recording, so that you can be able to review back what we have learned. Let us not just learn, but we need to learn as we get skills here. In this particular given case, I've used only the first three formulas, like use of sum if, use of if sum. If sum, it's here. So if I can type here, this is if. I've said if you want to drag the formula, to drag a value in a cell, you just type equal to, then you click what? If sum, like that. So that's how you can use the if sum in this case. But for the first one here, we have applied what? Sum if, like this. So we'll be able to keep it as a reference notes. For the second one, we have used the average if, like that. So once you key in like that, even when you are doing revision, it will be very easy for you to remember what we were doing at this particular given point. Because if I give you assignment, you'll be just be clicking, then we'll see average if. And then on your side, we have used average if. So this average if now, it is being applied in this way, in this particular given case. So now let us go to something called count. Let us go to something called count. In most of the cases, even a person when he wake up or she wake up, when you say count, it means totals of the values that were present. So count is used to count the values that were present in this particular given case, or names or people who are present in that particular given package. So when you come and click here, you can say equal to count, equal to count. If I type equal to count, let me just write it correctly, equal to count, equal to count. If you see a drop-down list like this, you just double-click. After double-clicking, now you need to do what? To highlight values. Remember, count is used to count only numerical figures. Count is used to count only numerical figures. So I just highlight as the first example. Then I'll close the bracket here. Once I close the bracket, I'll be able to do what? I'll be able to press enter. So the total number of values here, it is 22. The total number of values here, it's 22 in this case. So the formula that we have used, you just press equal to, then you click here, count. You'll be able to see how count works. Then we have counter. Counter is used to count text. Counter is used to count what? Text. So if you come here and then you use equal to count, use equal to counter, yes, use, I'm fine. You use equal to counter, then you put into bracket. Now you highlight the text value here. After highlighting the text value, I'll come and close the bracket. I hit enter. It would be 22. It would be 22. So the counter formula that I've used, it would be equal to, now I use counter. And remember, if you interchange, most of the people say it can work the same. So if I want to try, maybe I just want to interchange. Since we have said this one is used to count numbers, and this one is used to count text. How do you prove it can do like that? So I can click in. When I click in, I just try to remove this one, A alone. If I try to remove A alone, we want to see what will happen if we use count for counting text. It will be 0 because the formula is not applicable for counting text. But you can now go back here. You can now go back, then you type like that. Then you press what? Enter. So that's how you can differentiate between count and counter in our case here. Now we have something called count if. Count if, it's common on both text and also numerical values. It's common for both text and also numerical values here. So when you want to count text in a specific column, we're using specific names. If you want to count text in a specific column using specific name, you use count if. You use count if. So if I come here, I can say equal to count, equal to count, equal to count, if I've seen it here, count if. Then I come and do what? Count from this column. Okay, but now we cannot count from this column. Let us count the vehicles. Let us count the vehicles. So I'll come and highlight the vehicles. Now I want to count only Voxy vehicles. So I'll put a comma, open the speech mark. Then I type Voxy. So we have so many vehicles, but I want only Voxy to see how many were there in our case here. So if we want to see specific names of vehicle, now you'll be able to do it. To put a comma, you open the speech mark, you write the Voxy or the specific criteria that you want to count in from the list. Then you come and close the bracket like that. So that one will give you an easier way on how to count values in a specific what? Range. For example, if I wanted Noah, I could put here Noah. If I wanted maybe Mazda, I'll put in Mazda. If I wanted maybe another type of vehicle, I'll be able to put it here. So remember, if you are typing string text or string values, you need what? To put speech marks. You need to put speech marks to specify the kind of name that you want to obtain here. So once you're done, hit enter. So you'll say, Voxy, there are 8 in our case here. Voxy, there are 8 in our case here. So that's how you should be able to count values. But remember also I've said count if it can work on both text and also numerical values here. So for example, in this case, let me try to see if the total number that were there, on first week, if it's more than 30,000, So I want to count values on some column which are more than 30,000. So I'll come and click here again. Then I can type equal to like that. Then I can type count if. If I type count if, I'll come and click on it. Then from there now, I'll highlight like this. After highlighting, I put a comma, open the speech mark first. Speech mark now specify the criteria that you want to use or the targeted value that you want to use. So after opening speech mark, you come and put greater than 30,000 like that. After putting 30,000, you close the speech mark, then you come and close the bracket like that. So once you close the bracket, now you hit enter. You'll see values that were 30,000 and above, they were only 6. So let me try to see if they are 6 so that we satisfy the answer. So let me start by here. So I'll click here, then I try to highlight. When I try to highlight, I will see here it is true. There were 6 here. When I look at this value here, I'll be seeing there are 6, and that's how it works. So the concept of if, count if, it can also apply on both text. So you just click on the drag like that. You come and put what? Equal to, you drag the value. So this one, we were counting what? Voxy. We were counting Voxy. So you just type counting Voxy only. Counting Voxy only on vehicle type. Only vehicle type like that. Then this one, it was counting. You can copy, press enter. You come and double click here. You say it was counting what? Day one vehicles. Day one vehicles which are more than 30,000. More than 30,000 like that. So that's how you come up with your summary. Because at the end of this class, you should be able to know how to apply a formula. And remember, these are just first 25. You need to do like 80 formulas so that you can now go to level 2. And this is introduction to functions. Level 2 also, it has some advanced functions that you are going to look at them as you continue. The issue with the notes, I'll be able to share to you so that you can be able to go through them. You understand how those functions are being applied applied. And the way I'm seeing the link is trying to expire. So if it ends, I'll just send another link, then again you join. This kind of Zoom of mine, I have not upgraded it, but I'll soon upgrade it so that we'll be learning until we finish everything. But once the meeting ends, don't move away. Stay intact. I'll be sending another link just after it closes. Now, let us look at also count blanks. Let us look at also count blank. Count blank is just to count empty cells in a spreadsheet. Like for example, if I can click here, then I copy this one. I want to paste it here. I want to paste it here. So I want to do it to remove some few cells inside, like this, like this, like this, like this. If I want to remove some, if I want to count how many blanks are there, I'll now come and do what? Type equal to count blank. If I type equal to count blank, I have to open the bracket here. Then I'll count these values like this. Then I close. So if I close, automatically the formula will display for me the number of blanks that are on that column without me physically counting manually like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I just write equal to count blank, I'll highlight the column that has those blanks. Then I'll press enter. So you see we have 6 blanks, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that case. So that's how you should be able to understand how to use it. Count blank, the count blank here, like this. So count blank is very common also. So when you go to second level, you are going to look at how you can remove